Hello and welcome to VEDIM number 10. Surprised we made it this far. We're a third of the way through. Today, I'm filming this very late, so I'm just going to talk about some of the books that I've been reading. Also, the lighting is really bad, because that entire side of the room is just my suitcases. I have a habit of currently reading a lot of books at the same time. There are some for class that I never finish, and I intend to finish. There are some that I read over long periods of time. School interrupts my reading time. All those reasons mean that my currently reading list is pretty long. Here are just 4 of them. So the first one is, hopefully this reverses in editing, Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. This is the second book in the Stormlight Archive series, the third book of which comes out this year, I believe. It's high fantasy. As you can see, it's really thick. I'm really enjoying this. This is the book that I'm getting back into now that I have time to read. It was recommended to me by a friend, and it's really good. It's really good. Would recommend for any fantasy fans, including some of my relatives. And that's that. That's what I'm currently focusing on the most. Second one, The Unabridged Journals of Sylvia Plath. I've been reading this one for the past 2 summers. As you can see, I'm kind of only a little bit of the way through, but that's because I do not read this during the year. This is really a summer project for me, a summer reading project. The way that I've been going along kind of parallels our ages at the time, so I'll be reading what she wrote when she was my age at that time, and because I've been taking this so slowly, year by year, summer by summer, we're still pretty close. Like, my diary is not nearly this artistic, but it's really cool, and it's been really cool to follow her sort of life journey at the same age that I am. Third book, currently reading, The Brothers Karamazov by Fyodor Dostoevsky. This was one of the books that we were reading for Great Books this semester. My plan is to continue reading this, to finish the whole thing. Partially just to say that I have read the whole thing, partially to see actually how it ends, because I didn't actually read the ending. And it was an interesting book. A lot of interesting discussions about stuff like active love and family relationships and what's that all about. It was really interesting, so I will be continuing to read this summer, hopefully finishing it. And the fourth and last one is The Origins of Totalitarianism by Hannah Arendt. This was also a Great Books book for this semester. We only read the first 3 major sections about anti-Semitism and the rise of political anti-Semitism, which was really interesting. She has a really interesting take on this. Totalitarianism is frickin' scary. And on another note, this was the only book we read by a woman this semester, so that's fun, and I really want to honor that by finishing this book. So those are 4 books that I'm currently reading. For now, I'm gonna say goodnight, and I will see you tomorrow.